I would also buy into your idea where you say opportunity is not about what you study in school. An example, I did microbiology, but I'm doing marketing, digital marketing, and somewhere along the line, I found a career in advocacy, right? So it's really not about what you study in school. It's your willingness. Like I keep pondering on skill, your abilities, but then it is very, very vital. It is very, very important to have a certain level of education. Education broadens our scope of reasoning. So you can't get an opportunity and you won't be educated, or you're not educated. You're not able to defend certain level of conversation. You're not able to engage in some certain level of conversation in this opportunity you get. So school is not scam. Education is not scam. Education is very, very relevant to building the person you want to be. Yeah.
Okay, education is very relevant to building the person you want to be. And of course, education is not scam. And so again, young people, because again, when you do a random questioning, they say, oh, unemployment is an issue, government is not providing enough jobs. And so, yes, government might not be doing everything that we want at the speed of time, but you have said from the beginning of the conversation that there are opportunities out there. And so are young people really taking up these opportunities? Or are they waiting for these opportunities to be brought to their laps?
So this still brings us to the topic of the conversation, turning aspiration into opportunities. So you don't sit back because you aspire. You don't sit back and live with your aspiration in your head. You move. You look for something to do. You take action. There's a saying that says, moving man will always find his luck or her luck. But I don't like to say it's luck. I like to say it's what. Yes, a moving man will find his or her what. So you don't, because you feel the government has not provided opportunities, or there's no enough opportunity for young persons in the country, and you sit back and you're waiting for that time government is going to provide that opportunity for you. It doesn't work that way. As an individual, you have to make something for yourself. You have to build something for yourself. I mean, there are international jobs you can do, not necessarily relying on the government, not necessarily relying on the economy. I mean,
jobs.
Yes. So you can make moves. You can apply for jobs. You can. I mean, if you keep applying for jobs, like maybe 100 jobs in a day, there is an 100% possibility that someday you're going to see something that works for you.
Okay, because we have a lot of young people, especially here in the studio, who are listening to us, and of course people watching over television and the internet. What are the basic skills that a young person must have in today's world?
One of those basic skills that is very necessary is the ability to communicate. Yeah, your communication skill can provide opportunities for you. You should be able to communicate. You should be able to sell yourself. You should be able to tell people this is what I can do. And then also the ability to take up opportunities, right? So the opportunities will come by, right? So it's left for you as a person to have this skill, and then you know that, oh, this is an opportunity. I need to take hold of it. I need to grab it. So communication is a vital skill for every young person out there to be able to maybe pick up opportunities. Yeah.
So communication skills is important.
Very important.
Preparation to take up opportunities.
Yeah, preparedness.
Okay, what are the skills? Soft skills?
Yes, there are soft skills, but these are basic skills, like basic skills you need to have. There are soft skills, like basic computer skills. Yeah, graphic designing, video editing. There are a lot of skills that you can learn at the comfort of your home. Yeah, there are a lot of skills. Communication skills per se, you can get roles in communication. Yeah, so there are a lot of soft skills young persons can lay their hands on out there. Email marketing, a lot of them. There are a number of them.
Very important. And so again, to take it further from picking it up from the question that I asked earlier, how important is mentorship, networking, especially when we are talking about moving from aspirations to opportunities? How important is it for young people to ensure that they are in the right circle of friends? be in the right circle, meet the right people for, especially for the things that they want to do. How important is it? Mentorship, networking.
Okay, so I would buy your idea of mentorship, networking, and then I'll add the people you surround yourself with. Jim Roy, you can have mentors that are not physical mentors, right? You can have mentors that you've not even met with them before. So Jim Roy is one of my mentors, and he used to say, you're the product of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Your friends, your family. I mean, family can hinder you in a way, right? So you should be mindful of people you welcome into your space. You should be mindful of the environment you find yourself. So it's very important. Relationship is very important. The people you surround yourself with is as well very important. Then relationship, networking. So networking is also like maybe the people you find yourself with. It's one thing to network, and it's another thing to keep up with the people you've networked with. And then another thing, your skill can as well keep you within a circle. I mean, or you go for a conference or an event, and then you find somebody, you network with this person, and then this person finds you valuable because you have something to offer. Yeah, so that's one thing as young persons. It's we would go for conferences and we want to network with people, but we are forgetting that it's a two-sided thing. If this person is offering you something, you should be willing to offer something. I'm not saying you should go out of your way, but those basic things, right? So networking is networking is very important when it comes to turning aspirations into opportunity. And again, funding. A lot of young persons, they give themselves false hope that, oh, I'm here because I don't have the right fund, I don't have the right person to push me to where I'm supposed to be, or where I need to be, right? But then it still takes mindset, it still takes willingness, it takes dedication, it takes commitment. I would say my story entirely it's out of dedication, because I wouldn't be a graduate today if I wasn't willing, or if I sat back to say, oh, there's nobody to fund me. I'm a self-trained young lady. I sponsored myself through university. So I know what it means to push for yourself. So if there's no fund, I mean, with determination, with mindset, you can scale through. Yeah, with your mindset, with who you believe you can be. That's why I keep pondering on mindset. Yeah, you can scale through. So determination is one of those things that can help you turn your aspirations into opportunity.
So when we're looking at the major challenges that young people are going through, a lot of them will say money, finance. And so from what you've said now, that should not even be the first challenge.
Yeah,
dealing with your mindset.
Yeah, the first challenge should be your mindset. Are you prepared? Are you determined within you that I can achieve this? I mean, if you make up your mind to do something, you can do it. A made-up mind cannot be stopped. If you make your mind that, oh, I'm going to... And trust me, in between the way, along the way, you're going to find assistance. You just have to take a step. You just have to move. And trust me, you'll scale through.
Talking about taking that bold step. Now, let's look at the challenges that young people are facing today. We know finance now is not... It's part of it, but not on the front burner. So let's look at some of the challenges that young people are facing at the moment.
Okay, one of the challenges young persons are facing at the moment, I would say, is a lot of us, we are distracted. We are distracted by trends. We see our peers doing better than we are doing, and we want to feel among, and we feel like we are not doing enough. So one of those challenges is we ourselves being intimidated, or maybe having low self-esteem. I mean, it's okay to take a break when something is not working. It's okay to step back. Very okay. But just don't stop. Don't just stop going. The break should not be a retirement for you. Yeah, so one of those challenges young persons are facing, I would say, is you yourself. You're the problem to yourself. So stop comparing yourself with other persons. Mental health challenges are real. Mental health challenges are real. So comparison is that thief that would always sneak in to steal your determination, to steal your focus, to steal your motivation. But regardless, stay sane. Yeah.
Comparison is a thief
Yeah, it's a
of
thief.
motivation, aspiration. It can even steal your dream as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you are a youth and substance abuse advocate, and I think this conversation also has something to do with substance abuse and advocacy. And looking at still picking it up from the challenges that youth are going through, young people or youth are going through at the moment, how much of an issue is substance abuse?
Substance abuse is a lot of issue for young persons because I feel substance is peer pressure. I know substances peer pressure. Substance abuse is peer pressure. Young persons, we are being moved by what we see. We want to move with trend. We want to follow what people are doing, right? So we tend to, most persons use this drug out of, just give it a try. Or most times they're having mental breakdown and they feel like taking a substance is the only way they can feel relaxed or they can feel tamed. And that way they get addicted. They don't even know when they try it again and again and again, and then it becomes a part of them. So substance abuse is a big challenge among young people because once you get addicted, you're destabilized. You're destabilized mentally, physically, and otherwise. You're unable to be productive. So substance abuse is a great challenge, and that is why our Youth Against Drug Initiative, we are trying to educate young persons, telling them, giving them the right information and skills that substance abuse is not an option when it comes to mental breakdown, when it comes to academic success, because most of these young people that I have met, they do drugs because they want to stay awake to read. Yes, they do drugs because they want to be productive, not knowing that this thing affects your brain, and at the end of the day, you're not productive.
As we bring this conversation to a close now, I'd like you to, a word of advice to young people out there concerning turning aspirations into opportunities for that young boy, that young girl who feels, oh, my dreams, can I really achieve them? Can it really, come to pass? Can I amount to anything in life? And of course, you've also talked about yourself, that you did not allow what you were going through, to kick you back. You were determined, and that's how you have become who you are today. So your word of advice to that young boy, that young girl watching today.
Okay, so while I was preparing for this, I wrote down a few advice I would want every young person out there to keep to. First, your aspiration is valid. Whatever dreams you have, whatever thing that keeps coming to your head is very, very valid, right? So pay attention to it, even if you feel destabilized or you feel distracted or you feel down. Just rest and then take a step backward and then come back to it with time. So don't just give up. And secondly, before every opportunity, there's an aspiration. And after every aspiration should be work, should be movement. You don't sit back in your house and hoping that your aspirations will turn into opportunity. You just have to keep making the move. You just have to keep moving. You just have to keep taking action. You just have to keep learning, because this between aspiration and opportunity is a moving man, right? So also protect your mental health. The pressure on young people today is real, and sometimes we unconsciously pressure ourselves, and this is not necessary.
Thank you so much, Joyce Akpan. She is a youth and substance abuse advocate. Thank you for sharing insight on turning aspirations into opportunities. Young people will always dream, but don't let it stop there.
Yeah.
Work to ensure that it becomes a reality. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Joy.
The program continues. Stay with us.
Thank you.